You're watching the first News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
Well, top Supreme Court lawyer Harish Salve is my first guest. He's taken this matter up on his own in the Supreme Court. Mr. Salve, do you think the government can now push back? Can they say that, well, you made your observations, but we disagree and we'll continue to have a number of people from SDMs to collectors to passport officers and, everybody else continue to have the Lal Batti?
Well, they have in the past defied the law and we've continued to fight, and believe me, this fight is not going to end here if they don't fall in line. But Arnab, what I thought today, after being chastised in Delhi the way the political class has been, and I don't think it is Congress which has been chastised, I think the whole political class has been chastised. I thought they would embrace this judgment and say that yes, we realize where we have gone wrong, but obviously all the crocodile tears being shed over what has happened in Delhi, saying, oh, we've learnt, is all not really true. This is what divides all of us from them. I mean, this is the us and them culture in India, and this must end.
Yes, but they think it's the basic privilege. The response of...
Read the Supreme Court judgment.
The response of Najma Heptullah,
just read
who
the
says
Supreme
that...
Court
she said, Najma Heptullah says court should have better things to do. There are other things for the court to do. That response seems to make me feel that even Najma Heptullah is very worried that she'll lose her Lal Batti.
I don't think she is holding a constitutional post, so I don't think she'll be entitled to the Lal Batti. And that too, constitutional post when on duty. So formers in any case will not be allowed anything. But the important thing, Arnab, I wish if you have a chance to read the judgment, we had cited a passage from Rajendra Babu's speech, and you have to read that. It'll move you to tears of how he said that the culture must change. The civil servants who were appointees of the Raj to rule over India must now become servants of the Indian public. That was the sentiment. Are we there in 2014?
Certainly not.
By a mile.
Certainly not. I don't think anyone wants to be a servant. I mean, and you are a top lawyer. Now, I know that there are some additional advocate generals and advocate generals of some states who drive around in the most obnoxious manner moment they reach their state capital. And one of the greatest creature comforts for them is riding over all kinds of people. I know sons of politicians in the city of Mumbai who make it a daily nuisance for children to reach school. Children cannot reach school in certain parts of Mumbai because these spoilt brats take their Lal Batti cars, which their fathers put on all the Mercedes cars which they own, and they stop the children from reaching school. So obviously, Mr. Salve, some people are asking us, why are you doing this story? Why don't you do a normal political story today? I feel this is very important. I'm sure you felt it too.
Correct.
Which is why you went to court.
No, absolutely. Arnab, today, see, it's to me personally, it hardly matters. But I feel that there is a more deeper issue in this country. We must address that malaise in this country. If we want the politics of India to change, this politics of loaves and fishes has to change.
Oh, yes.
You become an MP or you become an MLA by investing money in the hope for returns.
Yeah.
Returns are in cash and in kind.
Yeah.
In kind is your guard, your security guard, your Lal Batti, and that is why you attract the wrong kind of people. Now, if all these perks are taken away and you get nothing, I mean, I have seen, Arnab, I have seen the judges of the UK court. I remember the chief of the Court of Appeal in UK, who was a very senior judge, he used to come on a bicycle to court. Recently, Lord Laws, who is one of the senior-most judges of the Court of Appeal, he hosted me for lunch, one-to-one, quietly, and then went on, walked down to court and sat in the afternoon on a bench on which he was presiding. I mean, that is what these people are all about. So, I think we need to sort this out in our country. This is wrong.
And we say it's a relic of the British Raj. Actually,
this is what is attracting the wrong people.
You see, the worst things in the British Raj have come over to us some years back, and we have somehow clung on to the worst things of the British Raj. I'd only like to say this. First of all, you know, Mr. Salve, I have disagreed with you on many things, and we've had honest, straightforward, intellectual disagreements on some issues. But on this, I think I'm 1000% with you. And since you refer to the UK, I think you're doing some great work. Keep pushing, Mr. Salve, on this. And never have a Lal Batti yourself, even if you are entitled to one. And the question is, in the UK, you'll find...
When I was in office, I didn't have a Lal Batti.
You didn't take a Lal Batti when you were Solicitor General? Or a blue... You didn't?
No.
Well, that's good. That's good.
No,
now,
nothing.
That's good.
I used to drive my own car myself.
Well, that's good. You know, in the UK, before I open the debate, in the UK, only the sovereign has a red beacon car and flies a flag called the Royal Standard, right? Now, we thought we don't have any royalty in our country. The Prime Minister of the UK does not have a car flag or have a red light in his car. Only ambulances and police patrol vehicles have red and blue cars. So I think this is a terrible phenomenon in our country, and I challenge all those politicians who are living in their own shell to listen to Harish Salve and come out of that. Mr. Salve, thank you very much. Good talking to you. Now we're going to head into the debate.
Thank you.
And joining us on the debate is Kumar Vishwas. He has no Lal Batti on his car. C Tyagi, spokesperson and member of parliament of the Rajya Sabha of the JDU. Mr. Tyagi, you have a Lal Batti or a blue Batti or yellow Batti on your car? You have?
No.
You don't have. But you're defending the Lal Batti today. Gaurav Bhatia, you have a Lal Batti or blue Batti on your car? No, one sec. Gaurav Bhatia.
As per the old geo of the government of...
Arnab.
No, one sec. I'm just checking the number of Lal Battis on the screen right now. Gaurav Bhatia has a Lal Batti. Kunwar Danish Ali, spokesperson.
As additional Advocate General of UP, you have a Lal Batti.
I don't think the additional Advocate General needs any Batti on his car. The work should be the Batti. Now that's Kunwar Danish Ali.
After the judgment
No, one second. I haven't opened the debate. I haven't opened the debate, right? Kunwar Danish Ali, spokesperson of the JDS. I hope you don't have a Lal Batti. Maxwell Pereira, former Joint Commissioner of Police, I presume is violently against the Lal Batti. I don't know where he stands on this. For or against Mr. Pereira, I'm going to open with you in a minute. Chetan Bhagat, you may be India's highest selling author. Now you're not going to get a Lal Batti on your car. I hope not. Kiran Bedi, former IPS officer.
I have a red jacket.
Yeah, Kiran Bedi, thank you very much for joining us on the debate. This is an open debate. My first question is to you, Kiran Bedi. If you had a Lal Batti when you were in the IPS, why are you against the Lal Batti now?
Good question.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, the rules were permitting, and I'm very happy the rules don't permit now. I only went by the rule.
No, but that's what Gaurav Bhatia says. No, when I asked him...
You take away the rule?
No, that's what Gaurav Bhatia says. I said, Gaurav Bhatia, why do you have a Lal Batti or a blue Batti? He says, I'm Additional Advocate General of Uttar Pradesh. I don't know why he has to have a tearing hurry to get through traffic as the Additional Advocate General.
As I said, it's very good. We need to change the rules because Lal Batti means muscle.
Sure.
Lal Batti means muscle power. Lal Batti means violating the rules.
Yeah.
It means showing a favorite position.
Yeah.
I think it shows absolute inequality. It's very good. It should be taken away, and it should be limited to the constitutional positions as the Supreme Court has directed.
No,
the right thing to do.
No. One minute. You see, what happens is that these state governments, including the UP government, have made the rules so liberal. In fact, Gaurav Bhatia has been appearing in the court, I am told, on this whole business of why people should be allowed to use Lal Batti. So Gaurav Bhatia is today not just a spokesperson having a Lal Batti, he has been fighting in court to keep the Lal Batti.
Now may I respond, Arnab?
Yes.
Yeah, Arnab, you asked me a question that as Additional Advocate General of the state of UP, are you entitled for a red beacon? I told you the factual position. That's the geo of the state government. When I was appearing for the state government, I did try to assist the court best to my ability, pointing out whether there was a need or not for the red beacon and who should be entitled for that. And I think it has been mentioned in the judgment of the Supreme Court itself. And the judgment itself now clearly states that only constitutional authorities are entitled. and therefore it's a welcoming sign that only constitutional authorities would be entitled for a red beacon. Mrs. Bedi was just now saying for muscle power and all. I would humbly disagree with her that if you are entitled for a Lal Batti, it does not mean that you show muscle power or you try to show off the Lal Batti. There is an official designation that certain persons enjoy. With that, there was a rule and a geo of the government. If that goes
no,
away,
what view of the government? Have you? What view of the government? It's a ridiculous view. It's an undemocratic view.
No,
it's an elitist view.
Arnab, you are incorrect. You are incorrect when you said that I was trying to keep my Lal Batti, because when you appear as officer of the court, it is not about personally getting involved in the case.
No. Don't hide behind the position which you hold. Because I think it's a ridiculous argument.
Arnab,
allow me to complete.
You don't know.
It's a.
I am telling you what was the stand of the state of UP. Please know that first.
I know exactly, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia. Mr. Bhatia, you don't challenge me on what I know, because I know more than you know about what you said. And I know Mr. Gaurav Bhatia for all. No, I know Mr. Bhatia. First of all, take it back, Mr. Bhatia. 1 minute.
Yes.
You are taking a hypocritical U-turn somersault
you tell me
on Newshour right now.
State of UP first.
Should I tell you if you bear to listen to me?
No. Please tell me what was the stand of the state government.
So do you want to hear?
You said don't.
Do you want to hear or you don't want to hear? Now you have a choice.
I want to hear.
You want to hear. Okay, then just give me 30 seconds to hear.
Then I will tell you what the stand was.
Because it will embarrass you what I'm going to say about what you said. You said.
It will not.
Okay, then listen to me. Then listen to me. And I'm saying this, Chetan and Kiran Bedi and everyone, please pay attention. The gentleman Gaurav Bhatia, who's on the program today, had strongly argued that all chief medical officers of Uttar Pradesh should be allowed to carry Lal Battis. He said all DIGs should be allowed. He said, no, 1 minute, allow me to complete, please. He said all, and if I'll tell you one thing, if I say one thing incorrect, you go and file a legal case against me. The third thing you said was that the chief judicial magistrate of UP should be allowed. You said all district judges should be allowed. And Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, you were asked in the open court, how does this enhance the performance of a district judge? On which part you submitted in an open court that was a sensitive issue. The court was not impressed and asked you how it affected the sensitivity of anyone. I want you to tell me today, how does it affect anyone's sensitivity not to have a Lal Batti? Come on.
Yeah, now give me some time, I'll tell you.
No, because after that some others will also respond to you.
From page 9 of the judgment. Yes, but allow me to complete myself, because this would be very relevant for the debate.
No, first of all, have I quoted you correctly?
9 of the judgment. Yes, please. No, you have not. The stand that you attributed to me is incorrect and to the state of UP. Let me just read from the judgment itself. Give me 30 seconds. It says Mohan Parasharan, learned SG, then it states others, and Shri Gaurav Bhatia, learned Additional Advocate General UP, agreed that unauthorized use of red lights on motor vehicles and multi-tone horns deserves to be dealt with sternly, and exemplary fine should be imposed on the violation.
Mr. Bhatia,
this is quoted in the judgment.
Mr. Bhatia, you know what had happened in the court? You know what had happened in the court? I refuse to allow you to misinterpret facts on Newshour. I refuse to allow you to misinterpret facts on Newshour.
I am reading from the judgment.
No, and I'll tell you what you are not reading.
Arnab,
I'll tell you what you're not reading. You read out, Mr. Bhatia, allow me. You read out in the court. If
you attributed any paragraph to me, you please read that.
I'll get the others in. Let's get Chetan Bhagat also in. But I'd like to tell you this very clearly. Maxwell Pereira, I'll get you in also on this. You stood up and you read out a list that included all the superintendents of police, all the subdivisional magistrate. You read out a list that included the Zilla Parishad chairman. You said all the municipal commissioners should be allowed to use beacons.
It is not in our state. It was in other states.
The bench agreed with Harish Salve and said, and I quote, that these red beacons are relics of the British Raj intended to differentiate between officials and commoners.
Please listen to me. I think it would help you also understand.
I'll get Chetan Bhagat into it. Don't try and justify. Chetan, can this be justified by using any argument? Chetan.
You're not listening to me, then how will you justify?
No, it's not between you and me. Let's get the others in. Chetan.
Okay. Okay, I don't know about this case at all, but I'm so thankful to the Supreme Court, because this is very ridiculous that they are so fond of these Lal Battis and some of the people are defending it. Maybe they should allow everybody to put a Lal Batti, or maybe it should be compulsory they put one on their head instead of on their cars, because they seem to need that to show that they are somebody important, and it really intimidates. I'll tell you where the problem is. It intimidates the common man very much. We are still people who know what it means and whatever, but the common man, like a poor person, will see a Lal Batti and they feel mortally scared. They feel that this is power. They don't even know their rights. They don't even know that this is not the police, and that is exactly why they want it. They want it because they want to exude that power, even though internally they haven't really done anything to justify that. And